Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Something custom can cosa baba cosa felino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Hey there. Welcome to Wanna Bet. Happy late Friday night. Or whatever time it is, wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this. We are doing our Saturday show now. Ben's got a basketball tournament that starts tomorrow morning. And look, we'll have to update stuff in the Discord. There'll be some volume there tomorrow, Beltway Ben, because not everything is available right now that we would like to get our hands on. But there are certainly bets we've made for Saturday, bets we want to pass along. And again, you can get all of our bets at the Discord. Ben, when we do our Sunday show, we'll have all the numbers updated. I can just tell you this has been a great week for me. Friday night, not so much. Still have a Denver over pending. That's not looking great at the half. The Hornets lost for the first time in forever. We could not get the big cover. We knew we were risking at 25.5 there with High Point. Kid hits a logo 3 to put him up 27 in the final minute. Couldn't hold on for the cover. But Bayern Munich did do the job. Bayern -2 in the Discord, cash. Bayern -1 here, cash. Bayern over 2.5 goals for some of the parlays we have, cash. If you're in the Discord, Leonard Cole, anytime goal or assist, cash. But today, my first bad basketball day in a long time. Beltway Ben, how are you holding up? How was the Texas Roadhouse feast? How was the fried chicken?
Yeah, amazing. It was a long wait. So that's why we started a little bit later, because there's some places where you go and it's like an hour to an hour and a half. I'm not waiting here. Texas Roadhouse is an exception. You wait, you still go in. Shout out to Ken. Big shout out to Ken. Looking out.
Ken is the manager there, correct?
Well, the one
Really,
and he runs a few. He runs a few, and we will have his name on one of these.
Okay.
Soon. He's the one we said we have. We're going to. I got to get the little white pad for.
Yeah. I got some here if you want to swing by. I think that one should say Texas Ken. Don't you think that should say Texas Ken?
Or TR, Ken TR, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, awesome. But yeah, it was great food always. But my day, I told you guys coming into the day earlier when I was giving out, it's usually like 2 to 4 days. I get in a little bit of a rut and things don't go my way, and that's sports betting. It's normal. But that's where we are. Great Britain had runners in scoring position twice with 2 outs, 2 hard outs to get out of the inning. Of course, 6th inning, Ford drives a home run out. You can't make it up. So that was a really tough. I felt really good about that one too. Our parlay, Dominican's going to cover. Vladdy with a base hit. Alex Bregman's going to walk for the 8th time.
Yeah.
He might get one more at bat. I'm really hoping they don't pinch hit Gunner. They haven't pinch hit much in this game yet. Judges Schwarber's up now. They're letting Schwarber hit. Bregman's on deck. It feels like that D-Rose going to let them kind of roll today, and Gunner's probably in the lineup tomorrow. So I'm hoping they stick with that. I don't know. I don't feel good. Again, Bregman 0 for 1 with 3 walks. That's how the things have been going. Luka has not started yet. Luka could really save the day with a triple-double here tonight. Cash both of those plays
that'd be
for
nice.
me. That'd be really nice. We could use that. But yeah, like I said, it's been a little bit of a rut. The Discord, we went 1-1 on the live plays. We did cash a live over. We lost on the money line in a game early today. Again, I don't know. And I was talking about next week. It's a lot more opportunity right now, especially with some of these games that haven't. There are teams who don't have anything to play for right now.
Yeah.
You're the 2 seed or you're the 3 seed, and you don't want to risk an injury at this point. So just trying to be patient, not trying to pull the trigger too much. As you guys have seen, my plays have been 3 downs, 3 plays versus when I've had, 5 to 6, just because with college basketball right now, again, I want to get into tournament play. I want to get into a little bit later in the year. And the NBA, it's a tank off right now for a lot of these teams. I know we're going to touch on them here shortly, but with props, it's just a little scarce. But I am confident we'll bounce back here.
Well, let's get it going, Beltway Ben, and let's start in the association. And I'll lay the 13 here with the Pistons at home. Pistons haven't been great covering at home. I mean, look, they're not a dominant covering team at home for the season. And certainly they've struggled lately, but I mean, they've played quality opponents. Cleveland, San Antonio, OKC. That is not Brooklyn. Detroit at home against bottom 5 NBA teams this season. Beltway Ben 7-2 against the spread. They cover those games on average by 8.1 points. They smashed Brooklyn by 53 points earlier this season. The Nets are 12-18-1 against the spread as a road dog. The Nets have covered 2 of their last 10 games. Nets have covered 1 of their last 8 road games. The Nets have covered 3 of their last 15 against the spread on the road. The Nets are 1-8 against the spread on the road against top 7 NBA teams. Pistons last 6 wins, 4 of them are by at least 14 points. That would get us home. So yeah, we think this is an opportunity for them to win by 20 points.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought it up. Usually it's just meaty. We're tailing you. We don't give out the same play. It's rare. I mean, we've done it a few times.
It happens. It happens.
It does. It does happen. When we're so confident on both things, something that both of us found that we like. And with tomorrow, again, I'll have some props in the Discord. I'll have some more college plays as we get closer to tip off and you find out guys that are playing, things like that.
Yes.
But right now at 10:30, I'm on the Pistons as well for first down. And I was going to put it at first down. Jason had it at first down. I'm like, well, it's perfect. I'll just run off of what he says. Listen, it's not the Pelicans where you don't have that first round pick. You're trying to play to take away from what the Hawks have. No, the Nets have a very good shot of having a pick in the top 5. They're really struggling. Things aren't going well. Like, I don't see anything going well for them. The Pistons, you just lost a tough game. You got to get right here. They've been able to beat up on bad teams all year long. They've done it. You take Cade out in the fourth quarter. You don't even need him to play. 13, to be quite honest with you, really isn't even that big of a number in an NBA game. You can get that pull away in the fourth quarter that we see in a lot of these, top 3 seed teams compared. Also, Celtics just got Tatum back, and they look pretty damn good with him back. Pistons, you're starting to feel some heat with where you are. A lot of people giving Boston credit. I do think Detroit's going to come out and try to show something. So we're going to take Detroit minus 13. And real quickly, I really hope that's not true. It is true. Alex Bregman just got hit by a pitch. So.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, you can't make it up. 3 walks, a hit by pitch, and 0 for 1. Whatever.
Your favorite band, In Excess, in addition to saying "Don't Change," Beltway Ben, the late great Michael Hutchins once sang, "Sometimes you kick, sometimes you get kicked.
You get kicked.
Sometimes you kick,
yeah.
Sometimes you get kicked."
I thought you were going to sing, right? You don't always get what you want.
That would be the Rolling Stones. You can't get what you want. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I always had to hear that growing up. My dad would always sing that, and I would get furious when I was a little kid.
Well, Papa Hall, as usual, was right. Getting closer to 4th of July. I hope
we are.
I hope you're really working on that, Beltway.
I haven't started yet.
You haven't started? You need to get on that.
Listen, I work at this
Papa
piece.
Hall 4th of July Jamboree.
I'll try to make it happen.
I'm picturing the fireworks like on the Sandlot. I'm picturing the big 4th of July. We got Wendy Peppercorn. We're gonna have a Wendy Peppercorn sighting.
Yeah, Sandlot's amazing.
Yeah, squints. Let's go to Die Bundesliga. This is a 9:30 kick tomorrow morning, and hopefully we will be doing the kicking, and we won't get kicked here. We're on the Hoffenheim at Heidenheim. I know last week when they burned us, I said I'm not going to be on them big. And look, I don't have them in any parlays this week. We're not doing multiple bets on this game, but this is kind of 2 bets in one. We're going half full plus 130. That means they've got to lead at the half, and they've got to lead. Obviously, they've got to win the game. Hoffenheim have scored in the first half in 9 of their 12 road matches this season. Heidenheim at home in the first half have scored just 6 times in 9 at home. They have led Heidenheim at the half just twice at home all season. Heidenheim has only kept 4 clean sheets and 12 home matches in the first half this season. Heidenheim has failed to score in the first half of 8 of their 12 home games this season. Hoffenheim will be pissed off after now dropping points in 2 straight games. Hoffenheim has not gone 3 straight Bundesliga games without a win this season, Beltway Ben, since late September. That's obviously been quite a run. St. Pauli's keeper stood on his head last week, kept them from getting the early goal. I don't think Heidenheim's going to have that same luck. And as for the game, Heidenheim is 17th in the Bundesliga at home. 2-4-6 record, 13 goals scored, 27 allowed. The Hoff need the 3 points here to maintain their Champions League positioning for next season, and we think they'll do that. We also like Borussia Dortmund at Cologne. Dortmund to win. Our guy Gyasi to score a goal. Cologne are kind of a tough team to sort of peg. But their last 6, they've lost 2-0, the 2-2 draw. They've lost 3-1. They've lost 2-1. They've won 1-0. They've lost 2-1. Dortmund are good for 2 goals a match. They've pretty much done that 10 straight times since the winter break. Dortmund against non-Champions League opponents, Beltway Ben. Teams that are not in the Champions League this year or would not currently be qualified to go next year. Their last 6 games against those teams, Cologne would qualify. 4-0, 2-1, 3-2, 3-0, 3-2, 3-0, 6-0. 18 goals scored, just 5 conceded. Gyasi against non-Champions League teams, last 3 matches. Bagged 2 against Mainz. Bagged 1 against Wolfsburg. Bagged 2 against Heidenheim, who hopefully the Hoff score a bunch on tomorrow as well. So Gyasi anytime goal. Dortmund to win this match, plus 157.
Second up for me, we're going to play Florida State on the money line at minus 122. SMU's had a really good year. I get it. Florida State, I liked what I've seen from them lately, right? They've won 4 or 5 of their last 6, playing better basketball. It's coaching his first year, and things are tough when you take over when he did. And he's been competitive. Like some of their losses, like the one to Miami at home, a tough one. It's a rivalry game. Things didn't go your way. SMU has lost 3 straight on the road, have not played as well, nearly as well on the road. They're not scoring at the rate that they are at home, which is normal. That's like a lot of teams. They're coming off of a 20-point loss to Stanford. Not a good showing whatsoever. They just didn't look good, and that was on the road. Now here, you get another one on the road here against Florida State. And Florida State's not good by any means, but they play hard for this coach, and that means something to me, especially at this point in the year when you're getting closer to tournament play. And the ACC is not very good. Could Florida State win a few games and somehow pull off an upset or have another team pull off an upset and get close? Yes, they're above 500. They play good basketball. They're probably an NIT team in their coach's first year. And in a bad ACC, like I do think they'll take advantage. SMU, as good as they've been, you can look at the record and sell it to me. All that being said, the ACC, as weak as it is, you're beating up on some lesser opponents. On the road here at Florida State, a fan base that's slowly starting to buy in to what this coach is selling, and I like what I see from them again. They fight till the end. There's been games down 20-plus points, you fight back. Even in the game, we had them on the money line in a parlay against Boston College. I was talking about how bad Boston College is.
Yeah.
They were down 20 in the first half. I wrote them off. I thought they were done. They stormed back. It's at home. They were able to get the win. That means something. Guys don't quit on this coach. I like them in this spot against SMU, who, as I said, just has not been nearly as good on the road as they have at SMU. So give me Florida State on the money line at minus 122.
Halbzeit. Come on, the Hoff. Be leading at Halbzeit tomorrow in Heidenheim. College hoops for me, UMBC Retrievers, the beast of the America Beast Conference, kick off their tournament play tomorrow, hosting New Hampshire. Retrievers laying 12.5. We're comfortable with it. UMBC's covered 11 of their last 13, Beltway Ben. They've covered 5 of their last 6 at home. They did have a squeaker with New Hampshire a few weeks back. However, they also smashed New Hampshire by 22 at New Hampshire. UMBC, only 2 conference losses. Both were on the road. This, obviously, is at home. We're looking at the Retrievers' number 1 offense in the America Beast versus the 7th-ranked efficiency defense. The Retrievers have the number 1 defense in the conference. New Hampshire just 8th in offensive efficiency. And what I really love here, Beltway Ben, UMBC is an elite foul shooting team, and New Hampshire doesn't make their foul shots. When you're looking at a point here or a point there, the difference between, winning this thing by 11 and winning this thing by 15. It could be the foul line. Also, New Hampshire just hasn't been able to cover. 1-8 against the spread their last 9. They failed to cover 5 straight on the road. And then we like William and Mary to cover the 5.5 against Elon. These games are being played neutral court in Washington, D.C. CAA tournament. Elon beat them twice in the regular season. Beat them by 3 and beat them by 9. I'm sorry, Elon swept the series. Elon swept the series. A win by 3 and a win by 9. I don't think they're going to beat William and Mary 3 times. Elon's got 1 win in their last 12 games, and that win was against William and Mary. Elon's defense has sucked all year, and Elon's offense has gotten sort of more constricted and less efficient as the year has gone on. William and Mary is the number 1 EFG offense in the CAA, and Elon's the number 10 EFG defense. Elon has covered just 4 of their last 17 games. William and Mary's won 3 straight games. They've won by 7. They've won by 3. They've won by 9. And William and Mary has done a really good job against the underbelly of the CAA. When they have to play the College of Charlestons, when they have to play the UNC Wilmingtons, when they have to play the Hofstras, they suffer. And again, Elon is that exception in the regular season, but I think they're catching Elon at the right time here.
Third down for me, we're going to a Big Ten over. Wisconsin versus Purdue over 155.5 at -110. Wisconsin, nothing special defensively. I know they played well the other night. That's against Maryland, who has a JV offense for basketball. Just things aren't going right for the program. But Wisconsin has some guys that can score, can fill it up. Purdue, defense ain't their strong suit. Offense has. The over is cashed with this number in 2 of their last 3 home games. And the offense hasn't been clicking as much. Braden Smith, I don't know what is going on there. It's not what any of us expected coming into the year. We thought this dude could be a player of the year type candidate, and he just hasn't been that. Things are not right for him. But at home against a Wisconsin team that's iffy defensively, in what's your last home game in college, like he's not going to be back there. We know how tough it is to play there too, so I get that a little bit of a scare from Wisconsin. But the pace that both of these teams want to play at tells me that we should be able to get one team, mid 80s. One team mid to high 70s and get us over this number. As I said, we've seen it happen. We saw it when Michigan traveled there. Now, Michigan's a different type of beast, but Michigan also gets after it defensively, and Purdue was still able to score north of 80 points at home. They do really, really well at Mackey. Other teams don't really defend well there. They get to the free throw line more than most in their home games. I like Purdue to score a lot of points in this game, but I didn't go team total because Wisconsin has shown me enough this year in scoring-wise, and even on the road, they have not been bad scoring the basketball. I think we'll see a high-scoring, fast-paced game between 2 teams who want to play at that pace. Wisconsin, Purdue over 155.5 at -110.
Excellent. I'm cheating here on 4th down. This isn't really weird. It's just an NHL money line play, but we don't do a ton of NHL. And I like it. We're going back to the Kraken at home against an Eastern Conference opponent, a trend we had some success with a few nights ago. Ottawa at Seattle. We'll take the Kraken on the money line plus 120. Seattle's won 7 straight games at home against Eastern Conference opponents, including beating Carolina at home the other night. Carolina, in case you haven't been paying attention, is the best team in the NHL. Ottawa's in the middle of a tough West Coast trip. They lost at Edmonton, came back, beat Calgary, but this is now 3 and 4 nights. Ottawa have won just 3 of their last 11 road games against Western Conference opponents. Seattle, they'll have a lot of energy here. I think Ottawa could have tired legs. Seattle making a push for a wild card spot in the West. And we think the trend continues against Eastern Conference opponents.
4th down is going to be 4th and short for me. There are not odds out there. I put plus 114 because that's what their money line odds are. Wait, as soon it should be out. Quite honestly, in the next 30 minutes. First, and if it's not when you wake up, it will be there. I like Cincinnati.
Or if you're in the Discord, you'll see it as soon as we play it.
As soon as it populates, you'll see it in the Discord, which we'll get to at the end of the show as we always put up. But no, Cincinnati on the first half money line. It's a road game. I really like what Wes Miller is doing. Early in the year, like it was ugly, right? People were sold that this program, he was going to be able to turn it around after what he did at UNC Greensboro. There was talk that he was going to fill for Roy Williams, and he was the next big stud to go to UNC. That just hasn't been the case. Cincinnati hasn't been very good. All of a sudden, they're playing damn good basketball of late. I like what they're doing. They're starting off hot, rolling with that success. And I think on the road, we could see that. If TCU pulls away in the second half, home game, senior day, all those things, that wouldn't shock me. But we're taking it down to the first half here because I do expect Cincinnati to kind of shoot out of a cannon to start the game. TCU's played very good basketball of late. I understand that, but they're due for one of these let-up spots. Both of these teams are on the fence. You know, if you have the record that either one of them have in the ACC, we're looking past you. Because you're in the Big 12 with such a damn good conference, and all of a sudden both of you were playing pretty good basketball at this point, I wouldn't rule you out just yet. There aren't enough. There's the Miami of Ohio's, but like if Miami of Ohio is able to win their tournament, there will be some spots up for grabs. And I think we might value a team like Cincinnati, even though they have 13 to 14 losses, compared to an ACC team like SMU that really just hasn't impressed enough. Cincinnati needs these type of wins to win this game on the road. They cannot bury themselves early. I think they come out to a hot start. And I think they're winning at halftime, and it's going to be plus money. We're going to get some good value on this. So I'm going to take Cincinnati on the first half money line.
Excellent. But wait, Ben, where are we going in the wide world of baseball today, or tonight, I should say?
Overtime, yes.
Really
overtime. Yeah, well, technically tomorrow. We're going to go to the Cincinnati Reds. And interesting offseason. The selling you that they were going to be truly in on Kyle Schwarber, and how serious were they getting a guy like that to return home, and the speak that they were close on Ellie De La Cruz offering him a deal, but of course he's a Boris client, so he doesn't want to go there. Ultimately, though, this is I know yesterday I had an official play. This is another one of those teams that I can't get anywhere on. I think they're a good team, not great. The ceiling, I don't think it's super high, but it's probably the playoffs. The floor is low, though. You could really miss with some of the guys they have. The Brian Hayes deal, awful. Great fielder, but at the plate just doesn't look good. The lineup, they're going to need Ellie De La Cruz to turn it on. I like the Suarez pickup, but the league somewhat told you what they thought about him, the way he was just out there for so long. But in that park, I do think he'll have some success. Sal Stewart, interesting. The arms are intriguing, but the injury concern. Andrew Abbott, by advanced stats, is expected. You're expecting a regression. He's not going to be as good. Yeah. Brady Singer, TBD. Hunter Green, we are the elbow. That's terrifying. Completely terrifying. But other guys, Lodolo, Chase Burns, you know he's going to be on a pitch count. Rhett Lauder, very intriguing, but going to be on a pitch count. There's injury concerns for all of these guys. I think the bullpen will be fine. But just with them, there's nothing that stands out to me. I know you do have something that you're looking at, though. Did we lose you? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're dying to make a play on them, I haven't. Yeah, I don't. I was just thinking to myself, wow, we were going to get through a show without cutting out, and then literally as I thought it, I cut out. It's bad juju. If you're dying to make a Reds play, if I had to make a Reds play, I would go to this. I think Matt McClain is the guy who really could make this thing go. If he's who I think he could be, then that's going to take some pressure off of De La Cruz, and you could have, between those two and Suarez, a pretty interesting middle of the lineup. Suarez is built for that ballpark. Suarez is familiar with that ballpark. I think he's going to hit a lot of home runs in that ballpark. Now, is he going to hit more than is he going to hit more than Judge? Not if Judge is healthy. Is he going to hit more than Cal Riley? I mean, maybe. I could see there being some significant regression for Cal Riley. Is he going to hit more than Ohtani? I don't know. Ohtani tends to hit even more home runs when he pitches. But I think at 45-1, again, if you made me put a $10 bet on something with the Cincinnati Reds, I studied a lot of stuff. This was the one I got closest to playing. I'm already playing enough home run stuff, so I didn't. But it's food for thought. Sprinkle it on top of your Skyline chili. Think about it.
There you go.
Like cheese on top. I don't really mess with that stuff. And I don't mess with any of the red meat anymore. But it's a little cheese.
It is
potential cheese. Potential cheese. Yeah. It's hot, sweaty summer in Cincinnati, right there on the water. All that humidity in the air. Ooh.
I was looking Ellie to lead the MLB in stolen bases. I didn't get there on it. I couldn't. I didn't give it out, but it was like close to plus 300 when I was looking, like plus 290, somewhere around there. That was intriguing. I was thinking about parlaying 30-30, something like that with him, see where you could get. But yeah, I stayed off. I don't know. Ellie there's a lot of hype, and I get it. But I've yet to see it. It's got to turn on a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see. But the money that he turned down in the offseason, I know they were probably lowballing him a little bit. Boris doesn't do the early conversation much at all. So it'll be interesting. But Ellie, plus 290. Again, this is not an official play. Not giving you anything special. But around plus 290 to lead the MLB in stolen bases. He gets on first base. He's taking second with regularity and third also.
Yep. No, absolutely. No, he's a freakish talent. That's the show. Beltway Ben, do you want to put up? Do you have the one graphic to put up, or
the betting slip too?
Oh no. Well, that's
yesterday's. Yeah,
I'm at the Discord thing, but whatever.
So show them we're almost up 100. I don't want to jinx it. We're close.
Well, we're not right. Oh, right now we're a little under that.
We're down a little bit. I mean,
we're in sniffing distance.
We are.
We're in snorting distance. We're in snorting distance, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Do you?
No, actually, I don't know,
there's the Discord. Beltway Ben, we wish you the best at the basketball tournament. You will still not have you will still not have contact lenses, correct?
Nope. I'll be playing blind. I'm a little worried. We might be a one and done. These are guys I've never played with except for two. Supposedly there's other dudes on the team that are horrible, is what I was told. I'll be letting it go though. I'll be letting it go.
Chuck it for all of us, Ben.
I will. I will be a shot chucker. I will be a chucker tomorrow.
And then, so what are we thinking Sunday?
Should 11?
11? Or I am going to take Mateo, I think, to the Navy game. I think we're going to see BU at Navy. That's a 2:00 start.
Okay, maybe we can move up. You want to move up to 10?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
There you go. Sunday at 10. You can find us all the time on the Discord. You can find our friends on the Discord. We're helping each other make bets, make parlays. We're checking lines. We're doing everything we can to keep you guys.
Yeah, we're not the only ones giving pointers to the Discord. We have people sending plays all the time where I'm like, oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're enjoying that. Again, Friday's not been off to a great start, but it's a long weekend, and a lot that we're excited about. So you want to bet, we want to bet. Thank you for betting with us.